Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you with a long form talk podcast thing. This one is going to be, I guess, on time management, maybe a little bit of sacrifice. I went over sacrifice the other day. But why I really wanted to, I get it, sometimes you have no time for things. Like, I am working every minute of every day that I'm not sleeping. I don't know. Partly it was because on Friday I had a date that went really well, and I didn't get home until Saturday afternoon. Threw off my whole weekend. But on that date, supposed to meet at La Mela. It's a Italian restaurant in New York City. All socially distanced, all with masks and everything, and they're actually very good about contact tracing. Okay, it's name and number and whatever. And on my way there, and I'm getting out of Penn Station, there's these two guys, and one of which I'll link down below his Instagram. It was him and his brother, right? Cooper, something Cooper. Again, link down below for his Insta. One guy had a electric cello, and another guy who wasn't there, I was just talking to the guy with the electric cello, had a violin. I was in the bathroom. He comes back. I give him $5 just to let him try out his fiddle, because I used to play violin. Those of you that don't know, I love music, thoroughly enjoy. I taught myself piano, but I learned how to play violin in school for about 7 years, and I got very, very good at it. And it had been a while, so I was like, all right, and I was like, wow. He's like, oh wow, you're really good. I was like, yeah, it's been a while, but I used to play a lot. So I was just talking to him. He's like, all right, we can get back to playing. I was like, that's great. Have a good one, guys. I got your Insta. Can't wait to talk more. And then they started playing Paytrol Bell's Canon in D. Love that song. Played it in 8th grade. That's just a classic from. And when I say classic, I mean, not from the 80s. For those of you that don't know, that's from like the 1600s. It has stood the test of time. I love listening to it whenever I hear it. So I had to stay and listen. I had a few minutes before the date. Even if I was a couple minutes late, which I try not to be, I think this would have been a okay excuse. And I'm listening, and I'm also watching other people walk by. Watching them walk by, and some of them, they're like, looking like, oh, what's that? Oh, that's cool. And I get it. There's a bunch of street performers and stuff all the time. Guess these guys would be troubadours. I doubt they had a license, but very talented. And no one stopped. There was one guy that was there before I was there. He was just talking and watching. Dozens of people. And that made me really sad. Because this is like, picture like big monuments, buildings. You have Seven Wonders of the World, you have Pyramids of Giza, you have these epic things that people travel all over the world to see. And you could, fair point, you could look at those things online on Google Earth. Grand Canyon, all these things are really a sight to see in person. They are truly incredible. But to listen to this, and I get it, it's not a full orchestra, it was two guys, but oh my god. The beautiful sounds that there were, and it just, not everyone can appreciate it, and that's just like, that kind of like hurt my heart. And I just wanted to talk about how, just when you can, and you see something that other people are marveling about, and you like don't really care, like, all right, what's the big deal? Like, dude, take a second, step back, and marvel at like what is done, like what it took to accomplish those things. They're not easy. Well, some things do come easy to, but a lot of it takes a lot of work. And if you can't do that, I mean, what is life if you can't enjoy those types of things? Like, that's, at the end of the day, when everyone's done with work, when they want to sit down and relax, what do they want? They want to be entertained. That's why kings used to have court jesters. That's why TV shows do so well. That's why effort goes into podcasting and YouTube videos and stuff, because people want to be entertained. They want to get distracted and they want to just lose yourself. And sometimes they need a distraction, like a soap opera. Sometimes they want stuff that's really good. And, good, subjective, like when you're 7 years old, staying home from school, and you're watching like Jerry Springer and people go at it like, is this your kid? It's not my kid. They're like, oh, this is amazing. This is television. But, as you get older, okay, there's things that are actually like really good. There's mysteries and stuff. And it's just something that I think people should do more. I wish people would have that time to just pause. And I've seen like stories about it before, articles written saying like that this one concert violinist, forget his name, but would make $100,000 a show or whatever it is, because he sells out arenas where you had to pay thousands of dollars a ticket to see him playing for free right next to a subway. And the only people that would, and they showed this in like Oliver and Company, the only people that would appreciate the beauty would be kids, or maybe other players. And when I say Oliver and Company, remember with the cat and the dogs, I think it's a Disney movie. The only one that was paying attention to the box of kittens was, I think, a kid. Everyone else was like, come on, honey, we don't have time for this. So kids got it right, man. They hear something interesting and cool. Elephants too. Have everyone seen that video of that girl playing the violin, and elephants are just like, oh yeah, this is great. So hopefully, I wish I would have recorded myself back in the day when I had a violin. They were fun. They were cool. They were really interesting to hear. Anyway, guys, that's just my video for the day about, I hope you can take a step back. And I don't have a sense of smell, so I can't like smell like the flowers like normal people, but listen to good music. Like, if you guys remember, and I told this like on my date, like, do you remember like back in the mid 2000s or earlier, like when a new CD would come out, you would just take it, hey, let's go like smoke a joint and listen to this CD. Let's have a few beers and listen to this new album. That's what you did. People made mixtapes. They made mixed CD. I mean, when I was younger, they didn't really do that anymore. I guess it came back. Because that guy from McDonald's, he got fired for, instead of putting in like kids' toys with Happy Meals, he was putting in his mixtape. But yeah, that's just something that I thought should be talked about. Just try to make time for things like that. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. I'm so freaking tired. I'm gonna cry. I love you guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I love you all. Bye.